Hi again, YouTube friends and my friends here on Instagram Live. Another 500 swings today, okay? I'm very excited. Look at the enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, like we used to tell our football players, is the electricity of life. And I'm just full of it today. So this is day 12. 12 days in a row I'm doing this. Yeah, generally I take a day or two off, but I got a Power Red donation coming up. Friday, I've got to go in for a small thing. Don't worry, I'll tell you. I'm just doing this magic thing, this intravenous thing. What did Seth Rosenberg call it? Oh, you can get a banana bag. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do a banana bag to see if that helps with my recovery because I've been struggling just a tiny bit. So, hey, welcome, and let's start knocking out some swings. Do want to talk about how I've been training on this thing. And an idea I had that I think might just be gold, but might be the stupidest thing. It's either great or stupid, and that's the way the world runs. I hope my nephew Michael's joining me today. Hello, Michael. Oops. Okay. So, between all the heavy hands, all the hip thrusts, all the squats, all the presses, I am sore. So one of my thoughts is, and I think I said this before, but when I was 14, I thought, is as an adult, if I did the Olympic snatch, the squat snatch, and clean and press, this is the first program I ever really thought through. I think I have my notes somewhere. I thought that when I was older, that'd be the perfect workout. And it's funny because in a sense, kettlebell swings and the double overhead presses I'm doing 3 days a week would have made the little 14-year-old Danny pretty happy. We have our first question, I think. Let's see. I'm 200 swings in. In fact, it's hard to stay ahead. Your Indian food is on its way for dinner. Well, one of the things I have found on this, I'm down another pound, is food. I'm not saying you have free reign. For breakfast today, I had a small omelet, extra vegetables, and then white bean soup. So I'm at, my goal is 8 different vegetables a day. I'm probably, I don't know, sneaking up on 10, maybe a sneak over on, because I didn't count the vegetables in the soup. But, last night I went out with my daughters and went to the Crow and Pitcher, and I had a caramelized onion cheeseburger and and a salad. I had a big salad, and I'm down a pound. So I'm not saying I'm living the La Vida Loca or anything, but those people who say you can't lose weight exercising, which I have to defend constantly. I don't agree with that 100%. Makes it tough. Shorts look a little long. Well, yeah, I can get them tighter if you like. And you jackasses who commented on what I wear. I mean, honest to God, you wake up in the morning and worry about what a 63-year-old grandfather is wearing. That's your thing. The reason I wear short shorts is I got great legs. You little skinny bastards with your little, I love those guys. There's a guy, he hangs out at our state liquor store, and he looks like Mr. Universe. And then you look at his legs, and it's like you want to do a fundraiser for him. And if you're ashamed of your legs, that's on you. One thing I've noticed doing this challenge, though, is that I never really had big hamstrings. My God, I'm pushing my jeans out of the way. But yeah, comment on my shorts. I guess, Yeah, the only jeans I wear and the only shorts I wear are called barbell brand because I can move in them. You know, you skinny guys, like the person who pointed out about my thighs. You are the fittest. Okay, thank you, brother. Hey, hi, Tim. Hey, I mean, we got a great group here today. Hi. So we got Gooch, we got Gernot, we got Tim, people I know. Cheers. This is something I made up. It's a drink. I call it water. Be careful, it has chemicals in it. It's got hydrogen and oxygen, so be careful. That's a lot of chemicals. Yeah, whatever. Okay, good to see you all again. Tim, nice conversation we had at the forum today. I'm a big fan of Tim. He's an inspiration. He's up on Reddit a lot. The dude puts it out there. He puts every workout out there. I gotta tell you, the guy is freakishly strong. Freakishly strong. Tim, I'm gonna say this, and you're Dan John-esque in your strength. I don't know of a higher standard. All right. I'm gonna try to stick with 30s today. My butt is so sore. My thigh. I'm sore from lifting weights. I'm sore from doing the heavy rucks. I'm sore from doing this. So basically, I think what I'm trying to say is I'm sore. So let's keep going. 90. It's going to go fast today, I think. So I have my Power Red donation coming up. I'll move this just a little bit better, a little more square. Yeah, I scheduled that with the Red Cross today. I scheduled this recovery thing on Friday. So yeah, here we go. It's gonna be a great couple of weeks. Welcome to everybody joining. 10,000 swing challenge, 500 swings a day. I don't know if I'll be able to go 20 straight days. I'm trying to, so that I can't remember if my appointment is I don't remember. It's like the 21st or 22nd for my double red. So I'm trying to get all my swings in, because once I do the double red, I won't be able to pick up anything for a week. I think I mentioned yesterday. Last time I walked in the gym the day after, and I'm like, I'm Dan John, I fear nothing. And I leaned over to pick up like a piece of paper and said, okay, maybe I shouldn't do anything. Double red, folks, you gotta donate blood, especially males. Tim, that'd be something I wouldn't mind you doing. And the reason is to get that hematocrit level down, which is good for men. Last time I did my hemo, I was at 44 with the old numbers. And I generally feel best 42, that's in the ballpark. But after I give that double red, my hematocrit will be way down. And then my body has to fight to get those red blood cells back up. And I think that's a good thing. By the way, it's also a good way to get rid of excessive iron. And if you read the work of the Eads, E-A-D-E-S, Mary and Dan Eads, Protein Power Lifespan Program, one of their real big things that impacted me was men should donate blood. So it's good for the community. It's good for you. Win-win. It's like walking to the store. It's good for the community. It's good for you. Win-win. Okay, we'll get over 100 on this. And when I get to 100, there's only 400 to go today. So let's knock them out. Good. And 1/4 of the way there. I'm going to move this chair so we don't have that angle there, huh? Any questions or anything? Okay. Oh. So, you know, I have this idea, and somebody asked me yesterday doing 10 sets of 50 to do it, but that'd be something I might do like after the challenge, do a special show. And the reason I say that is I'm too sore, and the accumulation is starting to really grind on me. You know, I'd like to do 40s and 50s every workout, but the grip is just really starting to descend. Like I showed yesterday, when I do that stretch, you know, this stretch, it goes, man. I'm going to my daughter Kelly's tonight for chicken noodle soup. I'm very excited. Very excited. I had a FaceTime conversation with somebody today, my wife, and she noticed that she could see my abdominal wall. Maybe kind of happy, you know. All right, let's. I should get over 150 this time. Maybe. Let's see how close we can get to 200 in this one. Okay. I had big plans to do a lot more, but, you know, sometimes it's better to have quality and not quantity. That's my whole thing about longevity. You know, there's quantity of life and there's quality of life. My nephew Michael is doing this with me, so he knows. People in my family don't live terribly long. But, you know, so I focus on the quality of life stuff. You know, wear a seatbelt, protect my head when appropriate, helmets, floss my teeth, I banshee, drink water, eat veggies, eat protein, sleep well. Last night might have been the worst night of sleep I've had in a long time. I don't know if it's the accumulation of all this, or it could be simply, you know, life. I'm experimenting with a few things, and I think last night was a bad choice. But we'll be better. We'll be better tonight, I hope. I'm trying to, you know, as all good adults, you know, you have to think about blood pressure and all those other blood profiles and stuff. Yeah, so when I do workshops, one of the most important things we get across is I break things down into 4 things. Health, which is the optimal interplay of the human organs. That's Maffetone's definition, an older definition. You know, if your liver is livering, your pancreas is pancreating, your heart's hearting, your lungs are lung, and the dentist, the eye doctor, and the medical doctor with all their tests say, yeah, you're doing fine. Yeah, that's health. That's healthy. The absence of unhealth, the absence of dis-ease, versus ease. Okay, so that's health. Let's get some swings in. Good. Good. Next round, we'll get over 2. Ideally be over 250 pretty soon. So the other word that throws people off is fitness. The workout that shall not be named, they came up with a definition of fitness that probably hurt more people. I work with the military. The injury rate from the workout that shall not be named is 50% in the military. We haven't had that kind of casualties in the United States since the Civil War, when Americans were shooting Americans. So you have a training program that hurts more Americans than shooting at each other. Good plan. So fitness, I use my good friend Chuck Darwin's. Went to high school together. He stole a lot of my insights and wrote some books. So he was on a Beagle for a long time. Okay, we got a bunch of questions just suddenly showed up. Man, that's weird. I'm sorry I missed all these. So how's my grip holding up? Well, it's just they're sore. 10 sets of 50 would be brutal. Tim, you and I are going to find those abs, okay? Tim just said he hasn't seen his abs since childhood. We'll find them. You and I will wear pit helmets and go to the Amazon and find them. Dan, going into Mr. Universe next year. He's going, yeah, right. Freshman year, high school, okay. Just did 400, my arms are smoked. Yeah, I know that. Gernot has a good idea here. He says, why don't you make a webinar about strength training like your Q&A? Would you mind, Gernot, explain exactly what you mean? So do you mean like a strength training Q&A? Help me out exactly what you mean by that. One of the things I need help on, I didn't hire somebody. I need to put together FAQs, frequently asked questions. My original website had them, and when my server said one day, well, we're shutting down, I lost everything, so I had to rebuild my whole site. So the question is about armor building complex, as a strength thing. That's fine. I don't really recommend it more than, 5 days? So do ABC 2 days, 1 week, once the next week, twice, one. That's all most people need, but don't give it any magical qualities. It's just a workout. Actually, it's a finisher for a cert. It works out as a good little workout, but don't dip it in the magic waters if you don't mind. Okay. we'll be over halfway, I think, in the next set. Hang on a second. My wife's gone. I'm going to put you all on pause, okay? Hey, sorry about that, folks. Only one person in the world would I hang up on you great people, and that was my wife. She's on a road trip. Just wanted to get to the news. While we're doing this, history is being made. For the first time in American history, we've had the person on Pennsylvania Avenue impeached for the second time. It's another dark day in history. I thought last week on my father's birthday, the 6th, was a very low moment in history. And you guys, and you can certainly disagree with me, but when we compare the amount of blood my family has shed for this country versus a lot of other families, I feel I have a right to have a stake in the Constitution, and it's been tough. Okay, so thanks for all the thumbs up, but I wish somebody would ask me a question, or did I keep my... So this thing will sometimes not do what I'm asking. Okay, back to swings. Let's get over halfway, okay? Oh, Gernot. Gernot asked me about the speech Arnold gave on YouTube, Facebook, and all the rest. You know, Gernot, I know Arnold, and I've met him twice. I would say the second time it was a little bit more, you know. I think I said similar things twice in my life about issues, but not in that public of a forum, and I have to really salute him. When he talked about his father's alcoholism and beating his mother, I have to salute somebody who's that transparent. I try to be as transparent as I can. I said this yesterday, Gernot. I mean, how many strength coaches in the world, you know, get in their shorts and their bare feet and swing, you know. You see my house, you see my dog, you see my foibles, you see my issues, you see what I'm proud of, what I'm not proud of. And I thought what Arnold did is the best we can do as Americans, okay? Okay, so would someone help him with heavy eagles? Okay, there's a question about eagles, but I gotta swing. Okay, let's get over halfway. Okay, halfway, over halfway. Somebody asked me about the eagle. Just do the eagle as I wrote it up. Grab double 24 kilo bells. Do 8 front squats. Carry them 20 meters. Turn around, do 8 front squats until you've done 64 double kettlebell front squats with that light load and all those farm walks. Just do that. And then after that, as a finisher, do 500 swings, then run a marathon, and then do 300 kipping pull-ups. Squats with my kettlebell practice without access to barbells. Okay. Usually, so when I'm normally doing this workout, I'm not doing it as I wrote about it. I'm just doing the swings just to support. I would do a goblet squat day, and I would do goblet squats in the warm-up, okay? So, oh boy, all of a sudden lots of questions had. Oh, for God's sake, somebody asked me if I use the Bowflex kettlebells. Dear God, do you know who I am? No, the answer would be no. Adjustable kettlebells. It reminds me of when whenever they put the word safety on something, you know, the most dangerous thing in the weight room is something that has the word safe on it. Having recently made this mistake myself, how often do you think people misuse assessments as exercise? Oh, that's actually ties right into what I was talking about in this podcast 75, you know. The burpee is an assessment. The Turkish get-up is an assessment. And when you take these wonderful assessments and turn them into training, I think you take a good idea and then you bastardize it. And again, you're going to impress, you know, I've done Cook's FMS a number of times, and I've talked to people who try to max out the thing. Well, you're maxing out something that doesn't need to be maxed out, you know. If you score a 21 out of 21 on the FMS, good. But there's no world championship on that, okay? Hang on, I gotta, okay. Sorry, I had to decline a call real quick. Very busy person. I thought he wasn't going to talk about. Okay, Gorg, you're funny. Okay, let's get to Pat Flynn's number as fast as we can. 300. I was hoping to do more, but I'm really dealing with some cramping today. Nothing bad, just my glutes, my lower back, my lats, my hands, my feet. Other than that, I'm fine. Rule number one Turkish get-up club. Okay. Hi, Craig. Good to see you again. Good. The person calling is a friend of mine. He needs a letter of recommendation. So, getting back to what I was talking about. So, fitness is the ability to do a task. And that's it. So, if you can do the 10,000 swing challenge, good for you. That's a fitness task. If you can climb a mountain, good for you. That's a fitness task. The next area is longevity, I explained, and that's quality and quantity. You have probably, so luck is a big part of longevity. You know, if you get drafted and get sent to this wrong battle, then it's over. Take a left turn, instead of a right, luck. DNA is huge. And then wear your seatbelt, don't smoke, wear a helmet, floss your teeth, you know, try not to be an idiot. That's the other part. And then the other thing is the fourth one is what I do, performance. And that's when someone calls your name, you step up and you perform. June 21st, 9 a.m., Spokane, Washington. John, you're up. I step into the ring and I throw. That's performance, okay? You don't show up the next day and say, oh, I'm the national champion because I threw farther than Dan. Nice. Fight Club. It's interesting because the two things that the hands go up in my workshops I didn't mention. So I said health, fitness, longevity, and performance. But what people want to hear at my workshops is two things that really are another world: fat loss and increasing mass. The two most difficult things I know are fat loss and increasing mass. And that's what everyone wants to know. And the truth is, for fat loss, Art Devaney nailed it. Don't get fat in the first place. And for mass, you're going to have some painful days ahead of you. It's going to involve a lot of time under tension, lots of squats. Let's get over 300. Oh, excellent. 315. My best snatch is 314, so in pounds, so there you go. Okay, I've got a question here. I think Eric Helms has good content on. Yeah, Gooch, thanks for coming on my live and then selling other people's work. Thanks, I appreciate that. I achieved 10,000 a day yesterday in 11 minutes and 33 seconds. So, I'd like to see those swings. I don't know how the math would work. 11 minutes. 600 seconds. Huh. How much load did you have on there? Oh, 11 hours. Dude, man. Yeah. So you did it throughout the day? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Tim, my friend Tim wishes you got into Olympic lifting. And that's something. I'm really glad I did what I did. You know, when I got into Olympic lifting, I went full in. 3 hours a day, 5 days a week for years and years and years. Boy, when I was in junior college, we'd have track practice, throw, sprint, run hills, run stairs, get on my motorcycle, go Olympic lift for 3 hours. At first, my body loved it, and then, talk about a traffic accident. I just stopped. What do I think of Wes? Why did you bring that up? So this guy Wes brought up something that's just somebody. What is one of the things I rant against? Does anyone remember other people's programs? I don't know who's Strong Lifts anyway. Who runs that? And honestly, is it because in Beyond Bodybuilding by Pavel, he goes through that program in great detail. Bill Starr goes through 5x5 back before most of you your parents were conceived. I don't know, Wes. Give me some more information. What the hell is it? Okay. Hi, Yagi. Top 3 shark habits for me. Oh, yeah. Answer every email when I get it. Answer the phone when I get it. You'll notice that I've already dealt with a phone call and a text on this one. And have a menu. Having a menu is life-changing. Let's get to 300 as soon as we can. Am I counting these right? Seems to be going slow today. Oh, good. Yeah, seems like we're going a little slow today. Am I talking too much or what? Are answering too many calls? Yeah, thanks, Tim. Yeah, I'm not being a jerk about answering other people's programs, but black shirt, yeah. Well, have you ever done heavy squatting 3 days a week? Have you done it? I've done it clean, no PEDs. It's hard. I went back to Dick Notmeyer's advice and went to 2 days a week, and I kind of got back on track. Of course, when I hear people are squatting 3 days a week, they'll never put their videos online because it looks something like this. That's not a squat. That's a baby farting. and where to focus my personal studies in the meantime. Okay, so David, that's a good question. So David is a student in Scotland in S&C, and he can't really do much hands-on. Well, drink deeply from the tradition if you can. Stop reading any, anytime you see a program that's got A1, A2, B1, B2, just stop reading and go back to the roots. And by the way, that system, A1, B1, and all that stuff was not invented by a certain Canadian in 2000. That crap's been much older than that. The Japanese lifters used it when they were doing PHA, peripheral heart action Olympic lifting. In fact, in your early PHA and circuit training programs, it was listed like that. If it says that you need to do 35 minutes of this exercise, throw it away. Just get back to what we used to think. What we used to think worked, and that's working really hard. Yep, clean your right. I feel fatigued. Oh, and this young person squatted 3 days a week and tore their meniscus. By the way, you can't blame squatting for that. You cannot blame squatting for that injury. Okay, we'll be over 350 on this set. Yeah, let's get to 375, and then it's all downhill from there. Get over 4 on the next set. Any advice for a young upcoming coach? If you don't mind, I'm not selling my shit, but I got a book called 40 Years with the Whistle. Why don't you look through that? I've got my top 10 commandments for coaching, and I think they're all true. Constant assessment, and then I talk about my mentors and how that guides me up even to today. And then I talk about what I believe today. It's still what I believe. Thing about being a coach is coach. You got to get your hands dirty. I know it's tough now with COVID, but if there's a 10-year-old team that needs a coach, go and coach them, even if you don't know the sport very well. Because coaching is teaching, and it is true. There are born teachers. Not me. My story is a little bit different. There are born teachers, but you have to. You got to put the work in. And the hardest thing to organize is your mind. I organize my mind with if-then. And that seems to work well with me. Your mileage may vary, but I would say coach is coach, man. I'm late to the party. Are you doing swings? Boy, no kidding, this guy's late to the party. Johnny! What are your thoughts on arch back for benching? Personally, I think it's cheating. Sorry. I just had a spam call I had to erase. Johnny thinks that arch back benching is cheating. If you're a competitive power lifter, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the biggest weights, Johnny. But if you're like the rest of us, why? It's like when I watch guys who are discus throwers, they'll put on knee wraps, they'll double up the belt, they'll wear a super suit, step back with a monstrous weight and go, and say, I just squatted 500. And it's like, well, yeah, but that's not carry over the ring. So the person who asked, would someone explain to the person who asked who's late for the party what I'm doing? Because Some of you are starting to get the sense that I might be frustrated, right? Okay, 375. Let's get over 400. Ooh. So the accumulation of all these swings are starting to make me bark in certain areas. So in some of the areas are like my hamstrings, my butt, that weird little place in my lower back. It's not an injury, it's just, 10,000 swings, Beautiful pictures. Is that Ireland? Yeah, you want to see them? It's from my wife, okay? So back here, these are my wife took these. So I don't know how well you can see this. So that's Edinburgh. That's a river gorge in Costa Rica. This is looking off the diving platform at Salt Hill in Galway, just north of Galway. This is Stockholm. Not her best picture, but I like it. This is where I teach. Back here is Twickenham. This is Richmond, which is London. This is a castle in Wales. This is our old house. Just hard to keep it up. This is in County Sligo in Ireland. That's a boat that isn't doing very well. This is Norway at night. Oh, and Johnny. This is Dublin. Johnny, this is Dublin. And we think, Johnny, that that's a ghost. The picture, we took the picture twice and there was nothing there. Some people see a demon there. If it's less blown up, you can see eyes here. Yeah, I believe that. And then up here is Jamaica at night. We're there for a wedding of a friend. And then over here, this is across the way. You know that Irish ring called the Claddagh? That's across the way from Claddagh. That's the river in the middle of the city. This is where me and Craddock go swimming. That's the Salt Hill diving platform. This is the cliffs of Moher. That's really impressive. Okay, we got a question. The Irish powerlifting team are based in my gym, Dan. They run a few months. Yeah, I was at your Irish Championships last year, wasn't it? I showed up at the Irish National Championships because they were. Oh shit! I'm so sorry, folks. Okay, sorry about that. I was at your Irish National Powerlifting Championships because one of my students was lifting there. So, and I couldn't find the place to save my life because it was hard to find. Fortunately, I bumped into guys who looked like powerlifters, and I said, "Where is this thing?" Yeah, I see. Yeah, in fact, Johnny, that's actually not in Dublin. It's in Selbridge, down to the county just next to you, right? Is that Kildare? Is Selbridge in Kildare? Yeah, I don't know I don't follow powerlifting because there's 21 different organizations and they all have 1,000 different rules. And the PEDs and the equipment, between the equipment and now they got the new rack where you don't have to step back. Come on. Someone told me that they now wear deadlift underwear. And that one guy who broke that record wearing straps. I mean, straps. Why don't we just have a crane come over, lift a weight, and I'll stand next to it? Did I get that right? I got killed there right, huh? Yeah. So that was my first time I took my family to Ireland. We went for Christmas. I gotta tell you, Christmas in Selbridge was, It was great. We couldn't get the oven to work. This huge dinner and we can't cook. That was delightful. All right, me talking too much, not lifting enough. Okay. Okay, I have 100 to go. Let's knock them dead. Good. Good. Oh, I can smell the finish. So next time I go to Ireland, I like to do fundraisers for this little girl. She lives up in Belfast. She's got some issue. And she has good health care, but she needs to go to Chicago for a specialist, Johnny. So last time I was there, I did 4 workshops. No, 2 times ago. Did 4 workshops, didn't take any of the money. All the proceeds went to the little girl. And Tiff and I donated an additional €1,000 to help out. Well, of course, she's Northern Irish. It might have been pounds. I don't remember now. Yeah, so I love hanging out. I love hanging out there. I try to give back as much as I can. I love it there. Read a great article for those of you who are Irish. It's on why do movies have such a hard time with Irish stereotypes? And I just thought it was hilarious from start to finish. How crappy, what's that little guy's name? Tom Cruise's accent was. Shaking hands with Tom Cruise. Very nice to meet you. Bacrone or whatever. Yeah, doing the push-ups is fine. Yeah, I'll do a workshop. I do workshops all the time in Dublin. Yeah, push-ups and swings. Bacrone, if you just go to danjohn.net and then go to, it's a free 51-page PDF called the Coyote Point Kettlebell Club. Just pull that down. I've got, I don't know, a couple pages on swings and push-ups. If you go to davedraper.com in the Dan John Q&A, there's a whole pinned sticky thread about push-ups and swings. So yeah, it's no problem. I do push-ups and presses, overhead presses. Yeah, I'll do a workshop for you. Yeah, so it's free. Almost everything I do is free except for Dan John University. It's because I have people have to pay my people. All right, let's chance I can finish this in 2 sets. Let's do this. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, got a ton of phone calls after I hang up with you guys. The gym is there for you. Okay. You know, like I said earlier, Johnny, I don't spend a ton of time in Dublin, but when I do, like I said, I stay at Kilmainham. Are you close to the jail in that area? We spend, like our last night we spend at the, I think it's the Airport Hilton. And it's always sad when we're at the Airport Hilton because it's time to leave. If you're close to the Kilmainham, just let me know. But yeah, I'll do a workshop there. Be honored. sometimes I'll do these. I went at one time and the Cradocks, basically, they needed the little girl needed funding. I think we put together the 4 workshops. I mean, I was there a month and I think we put together the 4 workshops. Like, I want to say 2 hours. I mean, so it was wonderful. Well, he's asking if the Dan John University programs can be tailored for the Highland. Yeah. So is that, Johnny, on Dublin, is that a long ways away from you? I don't know. It doesn't seem very far to me, but I live in Utah, which is massive. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing the Highland Games, once you go to my YouTube channel, I've answered that question a few times. Or just read the Pekowski's book, A Contrarian Approach to the Highland Games. I recommend that. They do a better job than me. Phoenix Park, yeah. Phoenix Park has that sad little place where the Patriots were first buried. Am I right? Is that Phoenix Park? I went there to pay my respects, and I swear I was the only person who even had a clue about what this place was. I think it was. I could be wrong. It's just up the way from Kilmaine. Yeah, well, Johnny, if you start at the top of Utah, and I'll give it to you in kilometers, but if you drive in Utah 120, 130 kilometers an hour, it's going to take you about 7-8 hours to get from the top to the bottom without stopping. West and east, from one side to the other, 4 or 5 hours, yeah. Depending on traffic. So it's just a tiny bit, yeah. Just a tiny bit bigger in some places. Guess what happens after this set if I get 30? Finished. When my daughter's in 6th grade, I said, "Are you done with your homework?" She goes, "Turkeys are done, people are finished." So I'm like, "Yeah, all right. And your allowance is finished too." "Yeah, no, I didn't." So I'll be finished, not done. Okay. 30 and done. All right. 30 and finished. 30 and done finished. Now that's starting to sound like an Irish name. Like Blackpool, right, Johnny? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. 500. And that gives me 6,500, which is good. As I warned everybody, week 3 is the worst, and that's where I'm at right now. Well, hey, YouTubers, I'm sorry we had to cut you off halfway through. We had a little incident. Someone called, important to me, my wife. So hopefully we'll figure this out. Until next time, YouTubers, thanks for all your things. And remember, if you can, Brian always says to remind me to subscribe down here. And if you want to make comments, great. We try to answer some of the questions, but sometimes the questions just have nothing to do with what's posted. So I struggle with that, as you can imagine. All right. Bye, YouTubers.